Yes, good evening, children. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Till what we discussed in the last class. Till what we discussed, we were solving questions, right? Represent by using Viveka method. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what was the question? What was the last question we were solving it? 2x minus 1 divided by x minus 3 into x minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. 1 second. X minus 3 into x minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. Yes. Solve this.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I just wanted to inform that last class notes which is sent, I'm unable to open that file.
You are unable to open that file. So I'll re-upload it. I think there's some technical issue. I'll re-upload it later today. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll re-upload it. Solve this. I'll check that and I'll re-upload it. Okay. Yes. So look at this here. What is the denominator part given? So I told you whenever you have linear terms in the denominator, these are linear terms. Linear terms in the denominator, isn't it? Linear term is nothing but the degree 1. The terms which are having degree 1. So in such cases, what I asked you to do, don't multiply like this and solve the question. How? Don't do simply that. Shifting these two, terms to the right hand side and in multiplying with a 0, so that you will get 2x minus 1 into x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Don't do that. So I do not know whether the denominator is a negative or positive. For making the denominator positive, what I do, I'll just multiply and divide with x minus 3 and x minus 4 whole square. So x minus 3 into x minus 4, correct? Greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. So now the denominator part became the x minus 3 whole square into x minus 4 whole square. So it is a complete positive term. So need not to bother about it much. Okay. So now what I asked you to do, now just plot the critical points, minus infinity to plus infinite. So 1 here, so 1 by 2 in fact, 1 here, 3 here, 4 here. So what I asked you to do, so these are the critical points. Now look at this, I need what greater than or equal to. So all degrees are 1 here, all the powers are 1. All the powers are 1. Look at this, all the terms, power of all these terms are 1. So it comes plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, and so on. Correct? Huh. So here basically I need greater than or equal to 0, which is nothing but I need plus region. Plus region. So here greater than or equal to given. Greater than or equal to given. So what is the term now? Minus infinite to 1 by 2. Whether 1 by 2 is a open bracket or closed bracket, tell me. 1 by 2 is a open bracket or closed bracket. Can we include 1 by 2 or not? Can we include 1 by 2 here? Children, can we include 1 by 2 or not? Hello? Can we include 1 by 2 or not? Tanish, Adesha, I'm asking you only. Better look at this here. If you substitute 1 by 2 here, what happens? 1 by 2 minus 1, 2 into 1 by 2 minus 1, 1 by 2 minus 3 into 1 by 2 minus 4 divided by something is greater than 0. Is greater than or equal to 0. Divided by something is nothing, but it could be anything here. So here 2 will get cancelled. The numerator part becomes 0. Numerator 0 by something is always 0 or not. So here 0 greater than or equal to 0. Valid statement only, right? Valid statement or not? Valid statement or not? It's a valid statement. 0 can be equal to 0, but cannot greater than 0, right? 0 can't be greater than 0, but 0 can be equal to 0. So here, look at this. So I can include 1 by 2. So close bracket. Okay. Next, union 1, 2, 3. Whether can we include 1 or not? We can absolutely include 1 here. Can we include 3 or not? Tell me. We cannot include 3 here. Why? Because 3 in the denominator we have. If I include 3, it becomes, denominator part becomes 0. So union, can we include 4 or not? We cannot include 4 here. If I include 4, the denominator part becomes, sorry, x minus 4 here, x minus 4. So the denominator part becomes 0. So you cannot include 4. So 4 to infinite. This is my answer. X belongs to, I think we solved this question, I think. Okay, next. Any doubts here? But any doubts, make it fast. If we don't have doubts, we'll move forward. Solve for x. So 1 minus x into x minus 2 divided by x minus 3 into greater than 0. So solve for x. How can I solve this? What is the answer? How can we solve this? What is the first and foremost step, Tanishk? Tanishk, what is the first step I have to look after? Guys, what is the answer? Make it fast. What's the answer? Adesha, what is the first step to solve this question? What we need to check first?
So the value for the x.
Value, I mean coefficient of x, not value for the x.
Yes, sir.
Coefficient of x, whether it's a positive or negative here.
The positive it will be.
It is negative here. Check. Coefficient of x is negative. I asked you to check whether it is a positive or negative. If at all it is negative, make it as positive. How can we make it as positive? Think. How can you make it as positive? By multiplying it minus, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Correct. If I multiply the minus, it becomes x minus 1, x minus 2 as it is. But what happens? What happens? Would the inequality same or would it change? Would the inequality same? Would it be same or it will change? It will
Sir,
change.
it will be same, sir.
How it will be same? Dekho, look at it here. You have 2 less than 3. You are multiplying the minus on both sides. What happens now? 2 minus 2 greater than inequality changing or not?
Yes, sir.
That is what happens here. Inequality changes here. Okay. Understood my point?
Yes, sir.
Understood or not? If I multiply the minus, it happens, multiply the minus, this is what happens. So 1 minus x became as x minus 1 and the inequality changed here. Okay. So I took the minus away here because already minus included here. Okay. So the inequality changes. So now represent on the number line straight away. Do we need to do that? No. First of all, let us multiply and divide with x minus 3 in the numerator and denominator. Okay. So this is what I get. So, and minus infinite to plus infinite. These are the critical points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 are the critical points. All the powers are odd powers. So I can write plus, minus from right to left. So what is my next step now? I need greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0 is nothing but I need only plus regions. So plus regions is nothing but, look at this here. Can we include 1 or not? Absolutely, I can include 1 here. Since I have greater than or equal to 1 to 2, 1 to 2, union, open bracket 3 to infinite. Why? Because you cannot include 3 here. So that is why open bracket. Understood my point? You can include 1 and 2. So for 1 and 2, I just kept close bracket. Understood? Understood, guys? Any doubts? Any doubts, Adesha, Tanishq?
No, sir.
Very good. Next, look at this. Solve for x. Directly, need not to represent, fastly. Look at it, need not to represent everything. Need not to write neatly everything. So directly you can give the answer. Directly, can I write directly? Here, the coefficient of x is what? Negative. So for making it as positive, what I do? I'll multiply it minus, or else I'll take minus common. Okay, I'll take minus common, then multiply the minus, so it becomes what? Plus. So, and the denominator multiplying and dividing with what? X minus 3. So it becomes x minus 3 whole square, x minus 4 whole square. This less than, greater than 0 becomes less than 0. Why? Because we took minus common here and multiplied it, right? Understood my point? Understood or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what are the critical points? All the powers are odd here. minus infinite to plus infinite. So critical points are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the critical points we are having here. So check. So when I need less than 0, I need less than 0, which is another plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So these are the regions which I want. Less than 0, negative regions. Okay. So 1 to 2. X belongs to 1 to 2. 1. Can we include 1 or not? Can we include 1 here? Can we include 1 or not? But can we include 1 or not? Think. Here this to this I have to write. Perfect. 1 to 2 union 3 to 4. Now just the matter is, can should we write open bracket or close bracket? That is the biggest challenge now. Tell me. Quick. Guys, are you here? Should we write open bracket or close bracket? Tell me the answer. If you do not know, please tell me I do not know. I asked you to follow IDK policy. What was that IDK policy? I don't know policy. So if at all you don't know anything, text that I do not know, so that I can pick your name. I could explain you again if you don't understand anything. Nothing wrong in posting that message. Kindly everyone understand this. Post such messages. Hello. Guys, I'm asking, is it an open bracket or close bracket? Adesha, are you here? Adesha. Hello. Guys, are you here or not? Are you playing in the class or listening to the class? I don't understand. I'm talking to you people. Niyati, why are you late? Niyati, why are you late?
Sir, I couldn't see the join live class option until like 5 minutes ago. I kept reloading it, but it didn't show up.
Why didn't you join the previous class?
Same reason, sir. From the past few days, none of the join live classes came. Only like the 820 classes one showed up.
Well, then you should have asked me, or should have dropped a message to Shirisha ma'am, right? Have
Yes,
you done
sir.
that?
No, sir, I didn't.
Then why? You are simply missing the classes. Are you following the class recordings?
No,
Are
sir,
you?
no, sir, I'm not getting any of that.
That's what I'm asking. If you are not getting any app, that is nothing. But it is completely your responsibility that you have to take up an app. You have to take up that and come to us. Then only we can come to know. Until and unless, and how come you know that? How come you get to know? Why? Isn't it? Understood my point? If you do not come to us, we never come to know whether you are able to join, whether you are able to join the class or not. What is the reason behind not joining the class? Is there an issue with joining the class? All these sort of reasons, might be there. So for knowing all these sort of reasons, we absolutely need word from you all. If you put a word, then only we can come to know whether it is properly going or not. Niyati, understood? Niyati,
Yes,
please
sir.
don't repeat this.
Yes, sir.
Adesha, what about you? I'm asking you guys. Adesha, I'm asking you, what is the answer? Whether should I keep open bracket or close bracket? Tanishq, you also. Are you here, Tanishq?
Yes, sir.
I don't see why people are not responding here. See, should I keep open bracket or close bracket? Simple question. Very simple question. You are wasting my time indirectly. Yes. Is there anyone ready to give the answer? Guys, can we include open? I mean, should I write open bracket or close bracket? Can I include one or not here? Can I include one? You cannot include one beta. You cannot include one here. Why? If I include one, what happens? Look at it. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 2, 1 minus 3, 1 minus 4. Divided by, it could be anything. Leave that. Divided by anything. Don't write it. Less than 0. So this bot becomes what? 0. 0 into something 0. 0 by something which is less than 0. 0 by something is 0. 0 less than 0. Is it true statement? Valid. Invalid. All right. So 0 can't be lesser than 0. So we cannot include 1 here. So I cannot include 1. So that is the reason open bracket for 1. That is the reason open bracket for 1 here. Okay. Can we include 2 here simultaneously? Can we include 2? If I substitute 2 here, the entire part becomes 0. So I cannot include 2. Still open bracket. Can we include 3? Absolutely no. Here, here, anywhere you can't include 3. Even you include 3, 0 can't be less than 0. So 3, 4. This is what my answer is going to be. Understood or not? Here one thing we need to keep in mind. Here one thing we need to keep in mind. Look at this here where it has gone. Yes. So we can include 3 and 4 here. So 1 and 2 we can include. 1 and 2 1 and 2 can we include or not? Tell me. 1 and 2 can I include? We cannot include beta. Can we include 1 and 2? Definitely not. Still it is giving me 0. Look at this here. So open bracket only correct. Open bracket only correct. Why? Because if I substitute 1 and 2, it is still giving me 0. 0 can't be less than 0 beta. That is the reason. Okay. So hope it is clear. So I'll go with one more question. Such a brilliant questions. So 2x minus 1 divided by x less greater than or equal to 1. Solve for x. Niyati, have you heard about these inequalities before?
No, sir.
Linear inequalities. Linear equation.
Equations, yes, sir, but inequalities, no.
Inequalities is nothing but less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. That's it. Only 4. These are the 4 symbols which I'll be playing with in this particular topic. In this particular topic, I'll be playing with only 4 inequalities: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. You must know the basics of that. That's it. 2 is greater than, properties of that particular 3. When it is, when you add and subtract with a constant on both sides, whether the inequality changes or not. If I divide with the negative numbers, whether it changes or not. If I multiply with the negative number, it changes or not. All these sort of properties we just gone through in previous classes. I think this is the third lecture of this inequality. You must go through that Niyati. If you do not go through that, there might be a little difficult. I don't say you will get you don't understand the topic completely. Yes, definitely will understand it, but there will be a problematic, there will be a slight problem for you to understand the concept. If you go through that, it's pretty easy to understand all this stuff. Okay, Niyati, please make sure that you are going through before coming to the next class. Okay, just go through the notes once. Go through the notes once, so you will understand. Yes, yes, Niyati, you want to say something? Yes, tell me. Okay, I don't find anyone active in the class. I'm calling. I have been calling the students like Adesha, Tanishk. They are not responding. May I know what is the reason behind not responding? Are you guys listening in the class?
Sir, in
Yes, sir.
between my mic got disconnected, sir. I was speaking, then I checked that it was disconnected. Again, I connected. Sorry for that. Sir.
Okay. What about you, Tanish?
Yes, sir.
Tanish, what is the problem with you? Are you not able to understand the classes? Is there any something like that? Tanish, look at this beta. Either you have to very be careful. You have to be very careful for before solving these problems. Very simple very simple problems, but writing open bracket, close bracket, that is what you have to look up. Understood my point? Very simple. Is there anything that you are not able to catch the point, Tanish? Is there any something like that? Tanish,
In middle, some things I won't get it.
little bit?
I won't get some questions.
I didn't get you. Little bit?
I get little bit confused in middle.
Which one? You should have asked me, right? Which one? Which you got confused? If you tell me so that I can sort it out immediately. If you do not come to your doubt, it will be remain doubt. It will be remain doubt forever. Please. Tanish, if you do not come to me with doubt, it will be the doubt for the rest of the life. You have to ask and get clarified. Tell me which part you are lacking with, which part you are not able to understand, so that I can go through that and explain you once again. Guys, tell me here, how to solve this question? How to solve this question? 2x minus 1 greater than or equal to x. Are you solving like this? Are we solving like this? So 2x minus x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. So 1x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Are you solving like this?
Yes, sir.
No, it is a wrong way of doing it. Don't do that. That is absolutely wrong. You cannot do that. Why? Why you can't do this? This method is allowed when you have when right hand side 0. This method is allowed when you have right hand side 0. But don't do this here. Don't do this. Why it is like that? Tell me. If x is positive, if it can be either it can be positive or it can be negative, right? It can be positive or negative, right? So I do not know whether x is a positive or negative. So look at this. Let's take if x is positive, what happens? 2x minus 1. So positive x greater than equal to 1. Okay. So now if it becomes what 2x minus 1 greater than or equal to x. That is correct. Look at it here, beta. I do not know x whether x is a positive or not. You straight away can't multiply here. Understood my point? Check. So 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1. If I multiply, if I divide it to minus x greater than or equal to 1. So 2x minus 1 minus x. All right, minus x. So then inequality changing or not here? Inequality changing or not? We are dividing with the minus here. So inequality changes as per the property.
Yes.
Isn't it? Here inequality changes. Look at
Yes,
this
sir.
here. Inequality changing here. So you cannot write like that. Understood my point? So for solving this type of question, what I do here is let us subtract and make it as 0. What should I subtract here? Subtract 1 on both sides. So if I do that, so what happens? This is what I get here, 1 minus 1. Now look at this, how peacefully you can solve this, how easily. Look at this here, 0. So x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, x greater than or equal to 1. Understood my point? Still look at this, x minus some calculation mistake we made. 2x minus 1 minus x by x greater than or equal to 0. Correct. X minus 1 by x greater than or equal to 0. Correct. Now look at this here. What I have to do beta here? It is a linear factor. It's a linear factor. So look at this here. Straight away you do one thing here. Straight away you do one thing here. Minus infinite to plus infinite. What are the critical points I have here? One is a critical point. One is a critical point. So in fact, one and what is another thing? Tell me. One and other thing is what? Guys, look at this. When you have linear, I told you beta, multiply and divide with that particular. I do not know whether it's a positive or negative. So multiply and divide with that x. Just now I told you, isn't it? So it becomes x into x minus 1 into, by x square greater than or equal to 0. The denominator part now became positive. So my critical points are 0 and 1 here. Understood, Adesha, now?
Sir.
So let me repeat again. Look at this here. First of all, let us write the solution. So greater than or equal to plus minus plus. First, let us write this greater than or equal to 0. So positive region I need here. So open minus infinity is always open bracket. So 0. Whether it is a closed bracket or open bracket, whether it's a closed bracket or open bracket, at 0, can you include 0 here? Can we include 0 or not? Look at this here. 0 into 0 minus 1 divided by 0 square greater than 0. 0 by something 0. 0 greater than or equal to 0. Valid statement. You can include 0 here. Understood my point? Can you include 0? Am I correct? You cannot include 0 beta. If you include 0 beta, dekho, sir, you can include 0, right? You are getting 0 greater than 0. So you can include, right? Who told you to include here? Look at this here. If I include 0, what happens? Look at this. 0 minus 1. You might be thinking like that. Let me tell you. So 0. The denominator part is becoming 0 beta. Look at this here. The denominator part becomes 0 if you include 0 here. So you cannot include open bracket. Union 1 to infinity. Infinity is always open bracket. Can we include 1? Can we include 1 or not? Tell me. Can we include 1 here? 1 into 1 minus 1 divided by 1 square is 1 greater than 0. So 0 by 1 greater than or equal to 0. 0 greater than 0. It's valid statement. You can include 1 here. Understood my point? Understood? Any doubt here? You can please ask me the doubt. Even it is a silly doubt, you can ask me. No problem. Why? Because you are learning. This chapter you are learning for the first time. There is nothing wrong in asking the doubt. You may ask. Any doubts till this? Any doubts how I wrote open bracket, close bracket, everything? Guys, I'm talking to you.
Understood, sir.
Yes. Look at this. First of all, what I did here, whenever you have this type of questions, so first of all, you subtract with the constant which you have on right side. Okay, make it as 0. Look at this. I subtracted 1 on both sides. I made my equation as like this. Inequality as like this. Okay. I told you better don't multiply this straight away to the right hand side. I do not know whether it is a positive or negative. So if I do that, so here inequality changes. Look at this. Okay. If x is positive, inequality remains the same. If x is negative, the inequality changes. So for avoiding that, we subtract 1 on both sides. If I subtract 1 on both sides, this becomes like this. Okay, then if I keep solving, so I get this one, I get this one, and look at this here. I do not know still whether x is positive or not here. So for making that x as positive, for confirming that, so what I do, I just multiply and divide with that particular x. If I multiply and divide with x, what happens? The denominator part becomes positive x square. So peacefully you can just solve the question now without any delay, without any doubt. You can solve it. Yeah, all right. Any doubts? Any doubts? So now if I just plot all these points on the real number line, and I need greater than or equal to 0 here, greater than or equal to nothing but plus regions I need. So yes, substitute, compare it, write the open close brackets. Whether if you are including some number, you can put it as open bracket, sorry, a close bracket. If you are not including, you can put it as open bracket. Open bracket is nothing but not including. Close bracket is nothing but including. Hope it is clear. All right. Sir, we are solving the questions based upon whenever I have odd powers, linear terms having odd powers. Look at this here, all odd powers I have. If it will have even power, what happens? If at all we have even powers, let's say x minus 1 whole square you have, let's say you have x minus 1 whole square here, then in such case, would it be the same method to follow for? Would it be the same method to follow for? Absolutely no, beta. Look at this here. Whenever you have even power, let me tell you, note, everyone write a note so that you will understand. Okay. So if we have even power, then no change in sign. If we have odd power, then there is a change in sign. All right. So there is a change in sign. Okay. Look at this here. This is a note. Okay, even power, no change in sign. If at all we have odd power, there is a change in sign. Sir, what is the meaning of this? So why do we use this? Let me tell you, if at all I give a question something like x minus 1 to the power of, x plus 1 to the power of 21, x plus 1 to the power of 21, look at this here, 21 into x minus 1 to the power of 101 divided by, let's say, x minus 2 to the power of 22 into x minus 3 to the power of 25. If at all you have a question something like this, less than or equal to 0 in fact. Sir, you have very big powers, then what should I do here? We have very big powers, then how can we solve here? Any idea? Any idea? You have very big even powers, very big odd powers. Very big even powers and very big odd powers. Hello guys, look at this here, very simple. Look at this here. Let me tell you one simple step here. Okay. First, every step is same. First, let me check coefficient of x. All coefficient of x are positive here. I told you four steps. First step is we have to check whether coefficient of x are positive or not. If at all it is positive, let it be. If it is negative, you have to make it as positive. How? You have to multiply with minus on both sides. If you multiply with on both sides, the inequality changes. That is what we have discussed. Okay, fine. Here we have all coefficient of x are positive. Perfect. So minus infinite to plus infinite. So let's write the critical points. What are the critical points here? X minus 1, which is nothing but minus 1 here, here 1, here 2, 3. Am I correct? How you are writing these critical points? But a critical point is nothing but what value of x that particular term becomes 0. What I meant to say here is x minus 1 is equal to 0 beta. For what value of x that particular term becomes 0? X is equal to minus 1 or not? Isn't it? If I substitute x, or else I don't want to do this, this is what critical point. Solving this, I get x is equal to minus 1. That is my critical point. So all, if I solve this one, this one, this one, this one, all terms if I solve, so I'll get 4 critical points, which are minus 1, 1, 2, and 3. Now here, we have to check. We have to definitely start with a plus only. I told you, right? Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So from the right to left, you start with plus only. Coming to this position, you shouldn't write minus like this. Again, don't follow plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. You can follow that plus minus plus minus plus minus whenever you have only odd powers. When you have only odd powers, look at this here. We had only odd powers here. Look at it, all odd powers, 1, 1, 1, 1. When you have only odd powers, you can blindly follow plus, minus, like that. But here, all the powers are not odd here. No, so there are even powers. There is a even power as well, right? X minus 1 to the power of 22. Then what happens? Just now I told you, beta, when you have even power, there is no change in sign. When you have odd, there is a change in sign. There is a change in sign. Look at this here. How? First of all, I asked you to start with plus. What is the power of 3 here? What is the power of 3? Odd or positive? Oh, sorry, odd or even? Beta, what is the power of 3? Odd or 25 is odd number, isn't it? When you have odd power, I told you sign changes. So this plus becomes minus. Sign changes is nothing but plus 2 minus it becomes. Okay, perfect. Now check power of 2. What is the power of 2 here? Even here. I told you, beta, if it is even power, sign will not change. There is no change in sign. If it is minus, minus will be, it will be minus only. If it is there minus, it will continue still with minus only. Very good. What is the power of 1 here? Odd. So if it is odd, sign changes. It is minus here now, it becomes plus here. Okay. Again, what is the power of minus 1? What is the power of minus 1? Still odd. So if it is odd, is nothing but here plus, right? Here it becomes minus. Hope it is clear how I wrote odd. Do you want me to repeat the same again?
No, sir.
Understood or not, beta? See here,
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm trying to say is when you have even power, first you start with plus only. Absolutely. Check the power of 3. Power of 3 is odd. So plus 2 minus it becomes. Check power of 2. It is even power. So even is nothing but even to even. There is no change in sign. Look at this, no change in sign. Check the power of 1. It is odd. So it becomes minus to plus. Fantastic. Check the power of minus 1. Plus 2 it become minus. Understood or not? Hope it is clear. Now look at this. What I need here? What I need here? I need less than 0. Less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0 is nothing but, so minus this one, this one, this one. These are the these are the terms I need. Okay. So first of all, minus infinite to minus infinite is open bracket, minus infinite to minus 1. Minus 1 is the open bracket or close bracket. Now the big $1,000,000 question is, should we write open bracket or close bracket? Everyone will write like this. Better look at this here. Everyone will write minus infinite to minus 1. Okay, union 1 to 2 union. Okay, let me not write the brackets. 1 to 2 union 2 to 3. Okay, everyone will write this, but keeping the brackets here. Minus 1, whether it is a positive or negative. Sorry, open bracket or close bracket. Come on, quick. Should we write open bracket or close bracket? Quick, very easy, beta, very easy. How to check that? How to check for writing the open bracket or close bracket? Substitute that minus 1 here in the expression. In place of x, substitute that particular value. If I substitute, what I'm getting here? Here minus 1, it is giving me 0. So 0 by something 0. 0 less than 0. 0 less than 0 is a valid statement. So you can include minus 1. Am I correct? You can include minus 1. Yes or no? So 1 to 2 have. Can we include 1 here? Can we include 1 or not? Tanish will give me the answer now. Tanish, can we include 1 or not? Tanish, are you here? Adesha, can we include 1 or not?
Yes, sir.
We can include 1. So close bracket. Can we include 2, Adesha?
No, sir, it will be. Yes, sir, it will be. 2 it can be.
How can you 2, beta? Look at this. If you include 2, it becomes 0, right? Denominator part becomes 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So you
Sir,
cannot
it will be
include
no then. We can
open
close,
bracket.
sorry, open bracket.
Okay. Can we include 2 again? Can't. Open.
No,
Can we
sir.
include 3? Can we include 3?
No, sir. 3 is also
No.
there in the denominator.
So yes, so open bracket. Very simple. If you are able to, if you are able to substitute that value and getting a true statement, you can include that. If no, can't. If I'm not including some value, I'll be writing open bracket. Very simple. If I'm including something, I'll write close bracket. Very simple. So then why can't you write this as simply 1, 2, 3, something like this? Why can't you write like this? Never write like that. Well, because you have minus to minus, right? Don't write like that. It is not at all possible every time. It is not at all possible every time. You write individually like this. Don't write they go 1, 2, 3 minus only, right? So I can write 1, 2, 3 are simply like 1 is included, 3 is not included. You can still write like that, but break first, write 1 to 2, then 2 to 3 you write like this. It is a peaceful answer, very simple answer, and very direct answers. Very simply, you can understand it, and happily you can write that. Sometimes it might go wrong. Many students will not check it and simply they'll write. So write it 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, union 2 to 3. Understood my point? Guys, are you able to understand here? Understood or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll give one question here. I'll give one question. So let's see how many of you will catch this point. How many of you will catch this point? Very simple question. 1 minus x to the power of 4, x minus 2 to the power of 3 greater than 0. Quick. Very simple. What you have to do? You have even power and odd power. You have even power and odd power. First of all, what we have to check? Coefficient of x. Check it out. Make it fast. What is the answer? You can't take this much time. It's a very simple question. Look at this here. What we have to do here? Multiply with minus. Multiply with negative. Look at this here. If you multiply with negative, what happens? X minus 1 to the power of 4. X minus 1 to the power of 4. And x minus 2 to the power of 3. It is greater than 0 or less than 0? Tell me now. It is greater than 0 or less than 0, beta? If you don't understand like this, let me take minus common here. If I take minus common, tell me, it is a greater than 0 or less than 0? Is it a greater than 0 or less than 0? Adisha, tell me.
So less than 0.
Why less than 0, beta? It is greater than 0. Why? Because you have even power here. Look at this. Minus to the power of even power is always plus only. Isn't it?
Sir, but that sign is changed, right? It's negative.
Yes,
You only
negative
said
should
that
change,
if
beta.
sign will change, then inequality will change.
Inequality changes. But it was when you have odd powers. When you have odd powers, look at this here. Let me read. Look at this here. What we have, beta? What we had here? 2 minus x, right? 2 minus x. I took
Yes.
minus common. I took minus common. Less greater than equal to 0 become less than equal to 0. But when you have odd power, 2 minus x, I took minus common, beta, here. Okay. When you take minus common, I'm multiplying with minus. To avoid this minus, I'm multiplying with minus on both sides like this. What it becomes now? Less than becomes greater than, minus into minus plus. This is how it becomes. Okay. But now look at this here. Here, what happens? Here I took minus common.
Even number are there on the power.
Even number. Look at it, sir. Let me multiply with minus. Let me multiply with the minus on both sides. Why? Because you have even power here. Look at this. So minus to the power of even power always plus only. So it doesn't make a sense at all. It doesn't make a sense at all. It will be remain greater than 0 only. Why? Because you have even power. So now peacefully you can solve it. Look at its critical points 1 and 2. So minus infinite to plus infinite. So I need greater than 0. All odd powers, not all powers. So I should always start with the plus. I should always start with plus. I must check the power of 2 here. Power of 2 is odd, so sign changes. I must check power of 1 here. It is even, so it will be remain minus only. It will be remain minus only. Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubt, guys? Now greater than 0 I need. Greater than 0 is nothing but I need only this region. So 2 to infinity. Infinity is of course open bracket. So whether can we include 2 or not here? Can we include 2? Can we include 2 or not? I'm not getting a confidence answer. Can we include 2 or not? If you include 2, what happens? 2 minus 1 to the power of 4, 2 minus 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. So 0 greater than 0, valid, invalid statement. 0 cannot be greater than 0. Understood? Invalid statement.
Yes.
So which means you cannot include, you cannot include 2 here. Okay. So open bracket. So x belongs to 2 to infinity. This is a very, very simple, guys. You must know all this. Okay, after solving these many questions, you must know all this. So with this, we can, there is a one small topic. I think we can take one more class on inequality, how to solve inequality graphically. Okay, so which is very important, especially for CBSE student. It is very, very important for your board exam point of view. So make sure that you guys all are listening and attending the next class. For board point of view, guys, in 12th standard, again this topic concept you will learn in the topic called linear programming. In class 12 there is a chapter called linear programming. Okay, in that chapter again you will learn all this. You will use all these concepts again. Okay, please attend, try to attend the class. Those who are absent, please go through the notes and check it out. Okay, so thank you children. I'm going to stop the session. So and please and revise the notes and come back. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
sir, can you please repost the recordings? I still can't see them.
I think I posted it.
Huh?
Yes.
Can you repost them?
Why can't you see now?
I don't know, sir. Every time I open the Google Classroom, I still can't see any recordings.
1 second. Let me show you. 1 second. Be in line.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Let me stop recording. Thank you.